On today's episode, we're printing a model suggested by Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd. Stick around to see how it comes out. I'm Brian, and you're watching BV3D. Hey everyone, I just finished watching Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd's video, where he printed this amazing pop-up basket designed by JMP on Thingiverse. Joel said he wanted to see other people's prints of the model, but he said the basket part took like 60 hours to print. Fortunately, there is a test piece, and because it's smaller, it should take less time, so that's the part we're going to print today. I'm going to go ahead and print this on my Prusa i3 Mark III, so let's get into Prusa Control, and we'll slice the files there. Okay, that's loaded up, so we'll go ahead and drop the main part of this test piece here on the slicer. And I think I want to do this at 0.3 millimeters as a draft part. I don't think having the thicker layer lines is really going to cause a problem, so we'll go ahead and slice that, and then we'll send it over to the printer. Okay, the slicing's done. We'll save the G-code. I'm just going to save that to my desktop. And then I can quit Prusa Control. I don't see any need to save these changes. Conveniently, I have an instance of OctoPrint set up running on a Raspberry Pi connected to my Mark III. So we're just going to use that. I'll drag and drop the file over here, upload it to the Raspberry Pi, and then I'll send that to the printer. The main reason I'm doing this right now is because I want to make sure that I get a good time lapse of this print. Looks like my settings are good. I like that. And so I will go ahead and start the print. Okay, we've got the file sent to OctoPrint. OctoPrint is feeding G-code to the printer. Additionally, every time the printer starts a new layer, OctoPrint takes a still frame and it's going to compile all of those into a nice time lapse for us. We'll take a look at that in just a moment, along with the completed print. So this took about 5 hours to print at 0.3 millimeter layer height, and the result was spectacular. A spectacular failure, that is. I wasn't paying attention to the nozzle temperature in Prusa Control, and it defaulted to 215 degrees C. And this PLA just did not like printing at that temperature. I think it was way too hot. So you can kind of see the sides of the spiral pieces are kind of bulged and lumpy, and it's just a bad print. And that's not a fault of the model. That was my fault for not paying attention to the settings. And because of the bulging on the sides, the spiral pieces just don't slide along each other like they should. You can see that effect here as I try to push this up. The sides are sticking together, and it's just bad. I think we're going to reslice this and use a lower layer height. We're going to try this again. Okay, so we're going to open up Slice or Prusa Edition, and we're going to use this instead of Prusa Control. We'll go ahead and drag the STL file in. And I have a preset for printing PLA at 200 degrees C, so we're going to use that. We'll go ahead and slice this. And then we're going to save that G-code file out to the desktop. Rename it slightly and save. And now we can quit Slicer. Okay, so since I've got OctoPrint set up driving my i3 Mark III, we're going to use that. We'll drag the G-code file in, and once that's uploaded, then we can start the print. I'll switch over here to the Control tab so we can kind of keep an eye on what's happening as the file begins to print. So here we go, the print is starting. Print that purge line. And we're going to start laying down some plastic. That's looking pretty good so far. So now we wait, and I'll throw the time lapse in here so we can see what's going on, and then we'll review what we get from this print. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a lot better. So much better. Printing that at 0.2 millimeter layer height and 200 degrees C turned out a lot better than the print at 215 C and 0.3 millimeter layer height. This is a much better print. Look at that. Everything moves freely. The parts flex like they're supposed to. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now we've got the base printed too. Let's go ahead and glue these pieces together. We'll get a little bit of super glue. Put a dot right here. And, I'm going to put another little dot right over there. All right. Let's go ahead and get this part. Get the expanding part attached to the base. Snap that down on there. Press it down. Okay. And then we're going to let that sit for a couple of minutes and then we'll be back. Okay, time has passed. Let's take a look. All right, there we go. It's firmly attached. It does the thing it's supposed to do. That is cool. Okay, well that was fun. You got to see me mess up a print and then you got to see me recover from that mess up, and the end result is this cool basket. I mean, this is really neat. I like the way that came out. I think I'm going to put a little bit of candy in there. There we go. Perfect place to put some M&Ms. I'll have a snack. Well, that wraps it up for the episode. Thanks for coming by and watching. This was actually a lot of fun and a bit of a learning experience for me, and hopefully for you too. We got to print a cool thing, and it's actually a functional little print. If you liked the episode, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down, but let me know what you didn't like about it by leaving a comment below. You can follow me on Twitter, and there are channel support links down in the description, along with a link to the Thingiverse file that we printed here. So with that, we're done. If you find something cool that you want us to print on the channel, let me know. Send me a link in the comments and I'll take a look at it. And if you've got something cool that you've printed, send a link to that too. I'd love to see it. All right, have a great day.